search for it. I didn't find it, so I check. I went to a police guy, and he told me he didn't know what to do. I need to check with another person. She told me I don't know what to do. It was an issue. I spent like 1 hour because I lost my ticket. Fortunately, I have my license. It's what they asked me to have, and I paid 300 pesos. So with my license and my and with 300 pesos, I went out. It was really.
And have you ever had another trouble, like you don't have cash or something like that, or just that once?
Just that one. Only when you're queuing, sometimes you spend. There is only one machine working, or two, or maybe
there are a lot
three
of long
or
tails,
four.
long lines.
There's only one working, then you have to queue and spend at least 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Then you want to go home, you want to rest, and
And do you know the little gadgets that are called tag or llave or?
Yeah, I have it, but only for highways.
Okay.
Not for.
So you have a credit card and you link it with them, or do you recharge the
I
tag?
recharge. If I travel, I just put before like 2 hours anticipation. I put like 200. Well, depends which highway. And with that, it's no problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, have you ever had any trouble in a parking lot?
No, actually no.
Do you know someone who had a problem on a parking lot?
Yes, my brother one time in a park. Yes.
Okay. And do you know a lot of friends that had problems, like if they lost the ticket or they I don't know, get magnetized the ticket or something?
Yes, a friend one time she lose the ticket. So she had to pay a lot of money for that problem.
And do you know the little gadgets that are like that has the name of llave or tag or
tag? Yes, but just in when I drive a long distance.
So you have one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
And your family has these gadgets, or only you?
Just me.
Okay. And do you have a credit card linked to the gadget, or do you charge it in a 7-Eleven or?
No, I don't have it.
How do you charge the money to the target, to the llave or?
How I put the money, but I don't have that.
You don't have that?
No.
Okay.
Just one. Me, no. My father's, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay, hello. Hello. How many times per week do you use a parking lot? 1 to 2, 3 to 4, or 5 or more?
3 to 4.
3 to 4. Have you ever had problems when leaving the parking lot?
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever had problems with paying the parking lot?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me about your experience you have having trouble with that.
I lost my parking ticket.
You lost your parking ticket. And what was the hardest part?
To accept that I had to pay 3 times the price of the
ticket.
Yes.
How do you solve it? By paying, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. If we had like an app or something to pay via credit card or pass or whatever, do you use it?
Yes.
And why is this important to you?
Would that mean that I wouldn't have to have the physical ticket? That would be really useful because I usually lose my tickets.
Okay. Have you ever think of paying the parking lot with that app?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you use credit cards to pay like something else? Do you ever use your tag for the road fee? And have you ever lost your parking ticket? Yes. Of course you do. Okay.
Hi, have you ever had a trouble in your parking lot?
I had before.
Which type of problem?
I lost my ticket.
Uh-huh.
It was a big ticket, so I put it on my pocket. When I went out, I tried to search for it. I didn't find it, so I checked. I went to a police guy, and he told me he didn't know what to do. I need to check with another person. She told me I don't know what to do. It was an issue. I spent like 1 hour because I lost my ticket. Fortunately, I have my license. It's what they asked me to have, and I paid 300 pesos. So with my license and with 300 pesos, I went out. It was really.
And have you ever had another trouble, like you don't have cash or something like that, or just that once?
Just that one. Only when you're queuing, sometimes you spend. There is only one machine working, or two, or maybe
there are a lot of
three
long
or
tails,
four.
long lines.
There's only one working, then you have to queue and spend at least 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Then you want to go home, you want to rest. Yeah, you
And do you know the little gadgets that are called tag or llave or?
Yeah, I have it, but only for highways.
Okay.
Not for.
So you have a credit card and you link it with them, or do?
Hello. How many times per week do you use a parking lot? 1 to 2, 3 to 4, or 5 or more?
1 to 2.
Have you ever had problems when leaving a parking lot?
Yes.
Have you ever had problems when paying the ticket?
Yes.
Tell me about the last time you had that trouble paying the parking lot.
The ticket was wrong with the code and it didn't work.
Okay. What was the hardest part there?
To call someone to help me.
Okay. Why this method? Okay. No. How do you solve that problem? By calling someone?
Yeah, I call someone and just wait.
From the previous question, we have like this app we're trying to develop. What is this solution like good for you? How can it help?
It's faster.
It's faster? Okay, have you ever think of paying parking lots with this app?
Yes.
Yes? Have you ever used tag to pay the roadway fee?
Yes.
Yes? Do you have used credit or debit card?
Yes.
And have you ever lost your parking ticket?
No, never.
No?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all. Hello. Hi. How many times per week do you use a parking lot? 1 to 2, 3 to 4, or 5 or more?
5 or more.
Okay, have you ever had problems when leaving a parking lot?
Sometimes.
Have you ever had problems with, when paying the parking ticket?
Yes.
Yeah? Tell me about the last time you had this problem.
The machine that takes the tickets so you can go out wasn't working well. So I was trying to put the ticket on and it didn't work. So I had to move the car and try another.
What was the hardest part of that?
Maybe that there was no one that can help you with that problem. You were doing that by yourself.
Okay, now we're developing an app where you can pay your parking tickets electronically without going to a machine. So do you think that solution is good also, or will you use it?
Yes, sounds interesting.
Yeah. Have you ever used a tag when paying your roadway fee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have credit or debit cards?
Yes.
And have you ever lost your parking ticket?
Yes, a lot of times.
Okay, thank you. Hello. How many times per week do you use a parking lot?
Like 5 or more times.
5 or more. Have you ever had problems when leaving a parking lot?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Have you ever had problems when paying the ticket?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, also.
Tell me about the last time you had trouble paying the ticket.
That was a time that the ticket, it had any kind of problem. I don't really remember, but it wasn't working the machine, so I had to go to the office, change the ticket, and say, look, it's not working, and then that took a lot of time.
And what was the hardest part?
To convince man or the person that was there to, you know, to tell them the ticket is wrong, it's not working, please help me, you know.
Okay. Well, I have one solution that it can be potential or good. It is to pay electronically your tickets, not using any machine. So, do you think that solution is kind of awesome, or will it work?
Yeah, it will work if you go to a place like many times, so you can do like this payment in your phone, and it's easier, faster.
Okay. Have you ever think of paying a parking lot with that app before?
No?
No. Have you ever used a tag for the roadway fee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have credit or debit card?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Both.
And have you ever lost your parking ticket?
Not me, but my father, so I know what the problem is, how hard is it to solve it.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, how many times per week do you use a parking lot? 1, 2 times, 3, 4, 5, or more times?
1 to 10.
Have you ever had problems when leaving a parking lot?
Yes.
And have you ever had problems paying the ticket?
Sometimes because I don't have enough change to pay it.
Uh, how was your experience when you had this problem?
Well, I had to ask for some change if I have a bill or something like that.
And was it hard?
Yes, because nobody wants to change my bill.
How long did you last until someone give you the money?
Sometimes I have to ask or I have to buy something to change the bill.
Okay. And now what do you do to solve that problem?
I try to have enough change.
And is it useful for you to bring a lot of money when you go to the parking lots?
Not because my bag is so heavy to have many coins on it.
Have you ever think of paying parking lots with an app?
Oh, that's
The money.
sometimes I have to ask or I have to buy something to change the bill.
Okay. And now what do you do to solve that problem?
I try to have enough change.
And is it useful for you to bring a lot of money when you go to the parking lots?
Not because my bag is so heavy to have many coins on it.
Have you ever think of paying parking lots with an app?
Oh, that will be wonderful.
Have you ever used tag to pay the roadside boats?
No, I just use tax for the
Highways?
highways, yeah. But it's good to have a tax to pay the parking lots.
Do you have or use a credit or debit card?
Yeah, well, I use my credit card for my tax for the highways.
And have you ever had a different problem, not just only the cash, another problem in a parking lot?
No, I don't think so. Well, sometimes the ticket is not good or the...
It's magnetized?
Yes, it's magnetized.
And
That's the
have
other
you ever
problem.
lost it?
No,
Okay.
never.
Thank you, bye.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Hello.
how many times per week do you use a parking lot? 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or more times?
I use the parking lot once to 1 to 2.
Okay. Have you ever had problems when you're leaving a park lot?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever had problems paying the ticket?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
One time when I left the mall,
I didn't have change to pay for the ticket, and I needed coins. I didn't have cash on me or anything, so I had to ask for somebody to give me some coins so I could pay the ticket.
Okay, how do you solve it?
Well, I solved it by asking the person for if they can spare me a change so I could pay my ticket, because the ATM wasn't working and I only had my debit card with me.
Okay, we had an app in which you will pay the ticket by phone. Do you use it?
Yes, I would use it.
It's a good idea for you.
Very, because it would help. Because it would be in our phones, easy to use, just like a tag for the car.
Okay. Have you ever think you paying lots with an app?
Have I what? Sorry?
With an app. With an app. With our app.
Would I pay with your app? Yes, I would pay with your app.
Do you have any credit or debit cards?
Yes, a debit card.
Okay. Have you ever lost your parking ticket?